Review time. So welcome back to 100% NUFC. It's just finished at St James's Park. Newcastle United 3, Cardiff City 0 in a very convincing win for the Toon. It's great to be back to winning ways at home. It's been ages since we've won. It's now the third win at St James's Park this season. And yeah, we've beaten Cardiff 3-0. I don't want to get ahead of myself, of course. They are in the relegation picture. And we do sort of have a little bit more better quality than them. Of course, they went into the game a point above ourselves, and results kind of went against us yesterday, so it was important that we got the win against Cardiff yesterday, which now puts us up to 17th place in the Premier League. If we hadn't have got the result yesterday and Cardiff sort of won or got the draw, with Southampton winning, Burnley getting a point, we would have been something like 18th place still, but with 3 points adrift of the team in 17th, which wouldn't have been great at this point of the season. Huddersfield look knackered. Fulham, they're sticking in there, of course, but they'll most likely look like they're going to get relegated. But in terms of the game, the effort from the lads was brilliant from start to finish. We created the better of the opportunities. Cardiff were nowhere to be seen. They didn't really attack as much as I thought they would have. And there was rumours of Rafa playing 5 at the back before the game even started, which I was a little bit annoyed about. But you know what? We took the game to them, which is what we've got to do at home. In the first half, they took the lead through Fabian Schär. When he picked up the ball, there was around about 5 or 6 Cardiff players not picking him up, and he just ran, and he slotted it into the bottom left-hand corner past Everidge to make it 1-0 at Newcastle. Before that, though, there was a claim of a penalty when Bennett handled in the box. You could say that should have been a penalty, but the referee waved it away. He made some dodgy decisions throughout the game. Second half, we doubled that lead through Fabian Schär again, scoring his brace from a corner. The corner came in, Rondon headed it across to an unmarked Schär to put it into the bottom left-hand corner past Everidge. 2-0 Newcastle, cruising at this point, absolutely dominated. Cardiff did have a couple of opportunities at the end where they went narrowly wide of the post at the Gallagate before we wrapped it up with a third through Ayoze Perez. Again, Rondon with another assist. He picked up the ball, running towards the Lizas. He crossed it into an unmarked Perez. Poor marking by Cardiff, and it's 3-0 to Newcastle. We could have scored 4, 5 or 6 yesterday. Nobody would have complained. But it was important that we got this win yesterday because, again, if we want to stay in the Premier League, we're built on winning our home games. And our home performances this season simply haven't been good enough. I must have said that in about 25 videos this season, and we've got to be better. In terms of, the man of the match, I have to say it's Fabian Schär. It's a while since two centre-back for Newcastle scored 2 goals, so it's good for his confidence. It's good for the team morale as well because, we beat Blackburn in the Cup. We've got Watford next week at St James's in the FA Cup 4th round. A chance to see the lads in action again to try and progress to the 5th round of the FA Cup. But I thought everybody put in a good performance yesterday. Yes, there was a few shaky moments, of course, when it's a relegation 6-pointer, but we'll come through on top, which we had to. And if it went against us yesterday, then it would have been a long total to, try and stay in the Premier League. But it's all about getting the job done. It doesn't matter how you get the victory, as long as we get 3 points and climb up that league table. Of course, we'll find ourselves in 17th place. We're not out of the woods just yet. Like I say, I'm not getting ahead of myself. It's Cardiff City. We're most likely expected to win. We're the home side. We're the one with the initiative. We've got to take it to them. And I'm sure, it's going to be a long running, with games coming up. We've got some tough fixtures coming up after Watford, of course, Tottenham coming up, and teams like that. So it's just important that we got the result against Cardiff just to build confidence. Rafa Benitez got his tactics spot on yesterday, of course. Can't fault the effort, from Rafa Benitez. And there's been some games where he hasn't got it so right, but he did yesterday. And yeah, we'll move on to the next one. In terms of Mike Ashley, he was present at the game yesterday, getting stick as usual. He's not going to spend on the club. Of course, we're looking, for January transfers. We've been linked with the likes of Deferel. I can't see that happening, if I'm honest with you. We don't have any ambition this window. He wants to sell the club. And it's really frustrating because, we should be challenging that top 10. I'm not saying top 7, top 4, as much as I'd like it. I just want to see we'll have a little bit more ambition, going forward, just to sort of compete with those clubs, such as Crystal Palace, Watford, Bournemouth, Everton. It's just a shame, a club like Newcastle, ambition of just staying in the Premier League, but there we go, that's a different story in itself. But it's all about staying positive, of course, and moving on to the next game, as Rafa Benitez would say. And obviously, of course, Daniel Waters has been linked or coming back to the club, but I hope that doesn't happen. If it does materialise, I will obviously, of course, tell you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch the matchday experience, the links will be down below in the description. And if you are, new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like the video. And it's been Sharky. How are the lads? I'll catch you later.